Cannons are a great way to have fun in Minecraft. Whether it's a simple one created to destroy a wall on a faction server, or a massive WMD that crashes computers just as hard as it does your enemy's castle, or even one created just to shoot you in the air, cannons are as varied as anything in Minecraft. If you're just starting with them, you may want to build the most complex weapon ever created, but we all have to start somewhere. This is not just a simple guide on how to build a cannon, but also a rundown on how they work. In its most basic form, a cannon is nothing more than a trench with some water, some TNT, a projectile, normally another piece of TNT, and a way to ignite the TNT. Many cannons are much more complex than this, however, we will get into those in later tutorials. Most cannons will fall into one of two types, a single rail or a dual rail. This simply means the number of columns of TNT that there are. For this tutorial, we'll be building a simple single rail cannon. Any cannon not made of obsidian or bedrock will have water in the bottom. On older cannons, the source block will be in the back and will flow towards the front. This is because in earlier versions of Minecraft, water pushed TNT, so this way it would get pushed closer to the projectile. Though many cannons still do this, it is no longer necessary. The water source can be placed anywhere without the TNT being pushed away from the projectile. When TNT detonates, it sends out a shockwave that will propel and damage any entities in the area. This could be the player, a creeper, or another piece of TNT. The farther away from the explosion, the less damage and force the entity receives. Past 7 blocks, the shockwave ends. This is also how far water flows away from the source block, so it's pointless for a basic cannon to be longer than this. When TNT is in water, the damage the TNT does to blocks is mitigated. However, it doesn't stop the shockwave, so it makes water the perfect material to use in the base of your cannon. You can also make your cannon out of obsidian, which has the same effect, but mining the large amount of obsidian needed will take a while, so it's much more efficient to just use water. One downside of water is that you cannot place a TNT block where the source block is, or you'll destroy the source and the cannon as well when you fire it. There are a couple of ways to ignite TNT. Redstone is the most common for cannons, as you can ignite large quantities of TNT with a single press of a button. There are various ways to use redstone for ignition, but they will be covered in a later video. Fire can also be used, but because you can only ignite one piece at a time with flint and steel, it is seldom used for more than a projectile. The projectile is whatever you're shooting with the cannon. This could be players, TNT, anvils, or anything else affected by physics. For the most part, the projectile is a piece of TNT. You will want to ignite this just before the rest of your TNT detonates. Some cannons have a timer to ignite the projectile TNT for you, but for a simple cannon like the one in this tutorial, it's easier just to light it yourself with flint and steel. Now that you understand how the cannon works, it's time to build one. This cannon will be very simple, with no special bells or whistles. First, place 7 blocks in a line like this. You can use any material you want. I prefer stone because it's simple and doesn't look too bad. Now place a block here, and here on the other side, and then place another 7 blocks parallel to the first ones. Now place another block on the opposite side of the direction you want to fire in. While the water won't push the TNT will be as close as it can to the projectile, so you can get more power. Place 4 redstone like this. Remember that since you can't place TNT in the water source block, you won't be needing redstone there. Put a button on the side of one of the blocks with redstone on it. Which one doesn't matter. At this point, your cannon is ready to fire. Fill it with TNT by placing 4 in a line like this. Then place 1 more on the end. This will be your projectile. After you ignite the main TNT, wait some time, then ignite the projectile. But don't wait too long or the first TNT will detonate. I like to wait until the fuse sound has almost faded away. And there you go. It's very simple and it doesn't have great range, but it's a start. In my next tutorial, I will guide you on how to make it taller, giving the cannon more power without taking up more ground space. Thanks for watching. If you found the video helpful, please like it and subscribe to Union Protective for future tutorials.